What's going on, people? Myke C-Town here with another Dead in Hip Hop solo album review, and today I'm going to talk about the new album from the group Doomtree entitled All Hands. In case you're not familiar with Doomtree, they are a hip hop collective from Minneapolis, Minnesota. They consist of MCs POS, Cecil Otter, Dessa, Myke McLawn, and Sims, and they also consist of producers Paper Tiger and Laserbeak. They already have 2 albums under their belt, their self-titled album, and then they also have an album called No Kings. With every album, they arguably get better and better and more cohesive. With this particular project, I feel like they sound more like a group than they ever have. More like a group than a bunch of dudes just rapping on an album. On previous albums, while awesome as they may be, they feel like there are a lot of anthems. You know, some inclusive anthems and some very power to the people style anthems. This album, while still keeping some of those sentiments, it goes for something a little bit different. There's almost a creeping, imploding vibe to it. You know, an almost suffocating feel to this album, and that's something I get a lot from the production, which is nicely varied. Some beats are really dirty and buzzy. Some beats are a bit sparse and almost beautiful, but all of them are quite dark. But overall, these are some of the best beats I've heard from Laserbeak and Paper Tiger. I'll also mention the album actually has some added production from POS and Cecil Otter. I love how it starts right off with that nice dirty beat and Sims just immediately going in. There goes Johnny sweeping the leg. Final Boss is easily one of my favorite songs in the album. A dope, dirty, grimy beat and one of the best hooks I think they've ever done. It's totally infectious, gets stuck in your head, you can't help singing it. There's also some fucking fantastic lines on this album. I love the POS line where he says, kiss the chef, nah, gut, skin, and eat the chef before he eats the rest. I love the Dessa line where she says, Simon says, Miranda's right, but William tells it different. She's always been one of my favorite wordsmiths, and on this album, she showcases a lot of that. 38 Airway is another favorite track on this album. It has one of my favorite McLawn lines where he says, blame it on my nature, but I learned it from my mother. Tattoos on my hands replace the lines inside my palms, gone. Clearly a description of writing his own future and saying fuck it to the palm lines or the already engraved future lines on the inside of his hands. Totally dope wordplay here. Grey Duck is another favorite of mine from this album. I love that dirty ass beat and everyone just absolutely kills their verses. But my favorite one had to be from Sims where he says, Black Mass, take your gas money. My name is Sims, but call me David Lynch. I'll make 'em act funny. My favorite song on the whole album is easily Cabin Killer. The beat is super dope, and it's an instant head bobber. Like, I can't see you putting this song on and not, at the very least, bobbing your head, if not doing like some breakneck shit to that beat. But aside from that beat, let me talk about the fact that every MC on this song absolutely goes in. It feels like everyone heard this beat and just got super inspired to go fucking bananas. Dessa says, Sophia to Fever, the winner we star, keep razor in the cheek, robbing in the rib cage, Brady in the street, hair down in the crib stay. Then Sims comes in, I'm in that 2-seater beater bumping Big Frida, scheming on something I could eat up. I love that line. Another one that absolutely stuck with me was when he says, never fell for the hocus pocus, it's all bogus. Bullshit, goldfish, guppies, yuppies fucking disgust me. McLawn, who I feel like was the MVP on this track. Peeling on God's lemons, spilling milk, drowning kittens, sick, hurling, feeling like I'm illin', wheeling, and dealing. I think McLawn absolutely snapped on that verse. Then you have that mean beat change right before Cecil Otter's verse. He says, I'm peeling off in the city lights, dripping like Dolly in the alleyways. Just an overall incredible track, man. But Marathon was such a dope closer. 7 minutes of these guys just rapping their asses off. Once again, an incredibly dope beat, this time done by Cecil Otter, and everyone just spazzes on their verses, man. And I love that hook. When it all boils down, there's nothing but bones left. And the POS line, hashtag no kings, crash y'all server. Fuck, man. Best ending to a rap album in a long time. Overall, this is another great project to drop in the Doomtree bucket. As usual, what you get is a bunch of crazy, almost apocalyptic, end-of-the-world style party beats and just a shit ton of energy. That's what's always made Doomtree so exciting. You have 5 distinctly different voices coming together to form one collective voice. And I mean, I could imagine just how hard it must be to focus those 5 voices into one thing, but by the time you're done with this album, you see that they did a hell of a job at it. Doomtree has never sounded so together before. I feel the passion in this record. I feel the drive in this record, and I definitely feel the competition between the MCs. And not necessarily to one-up each other on their verses, but it almost seems like they want to perfectly and properly complement each other, if that makes sense. Some people might listen to this album and find it to be a bit samey from track to track. But in my opinion, I can appreciate an album that has an overall centralized feel and a centralized theme that doesn't become a detriment to the actual music. And I feel like every song on here has its own identity, even if when you listen to them together, they give you the same attitude. But overall, if you liked the first couple Doomtree projects, I can't see you not liking this one. In my opinion, this is the best thing they've done. It's the most cohesive project they've done. It's the best sounding record they've done. And the MCs themselves are really, really, really going in. So, awesome, awesome album. While we're talking about it, I also got a chance to check these guys out in Atlanta a couple nights ago, and they put on a fucking ridiculous show. Shout out to Open Myke Eagle, who also performed and did an incredible job, as he always does. There will be a review of his new EP coming soon, hopefully next week or so. Their tour just started, so there's plenty of dates left. I'll put a link in the info box down there. Make sure you click it, check it out, see if there's any dates in your city. If there are, I highly suggest you go see them live. Even if you're not super familiar with their music, they're fucking awesome. And make sure you get there early and check out Open Myke Eagle, because like I said, he puts on a great show. So that's it. Let me know what you guys thought about this album in the comment section down there. And as usual, thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you. And I will see you guys next time. Alright? Peace, bitches.